friends. Today we learn about a new command in the Catia. So let's start with this. Click on the start, click on mechanical design, click on sketcher. A new window will open. Click on OK. And we are here in the sketching mode. Click on the plane on which you want to draw something and we become entering in the sketching mode. Today we learn about some of the commands which we do, that is basically mirror, symmetry, translate, rotate, scale and offset. So to make the element mirror we need a center line. So click on the center line and draw a center line here. Now center line is created. Now draw some element design here, like something which we can copy about this center line. Now to copy this element or to mirror this element about this center line, we have to select this element, go on to the mirror command, click the center line about which we have to mirror the element, and the element is created. Now in the mirror command the previous element remains there and the new element is also created. Now both the elements are visual to the user. Now going to the second part of the mirror command is symmetry. In symmetry again we have to select the element, then click on the symmetry, click on the center line about which we need symmetry. Now in this case the previous element will be gone and the new element is created with symmetrical distance from the center line. The basic difference between the mirror and the symmetry command is that in case of mirror both the entities remains there and are visual by the user, but in case of symmetry command the previous entity is not visible to the user and the new entity is created which is visible to the user. Now the third command of the mirror toolbar is translate. To make the element translate we just draw a rectangle here, drag this element to the corner of the screen. Now first select the element, click on the third option that is called translate. Now if you want to give the number of entities, like if you want to do 5 elements of this copy of this element, then you have to give the instant that is 5, or you want to increase then you can increase like 10, 20 and all that. Now if you click on the duplicate mode it will repeat itself and the initial element remains there existing in the translate command. Now secondly you have to give the starting point of translate command. When you click on this corner of the rectangle you can define the number of instances, like if we need 5 instances then 5 instances are created. Now this is how you can draw the you can use the translate command to repeat the same element 5 number of times. Again you can select all these elements, click on the translate command. If you need 5 elements in the vertical direction just click here on the corner of rectangle and define these with the help of translate command. You can define and justify all these elements and make them into green color by giving the dimensions to all the adjacent elements, and with the help of a region you can define the dimensions also. So this is your translate command, and it is similar to the array and pattern command in the SolidWorks and AutoCAD. Now moving on to the fourth command of the toolbar, that is called rotate. Now for rotating rotate command, we draw a circle here. Again, draw a small circle somewhere here on it. Now if you want to rotate this circle around the periphery of this big circle, so we need a rotate command. Click on the rotate command, click this element which you want to rotate, click the number of instances you required, and then click the center point, give the radius distance, and rotate your or drag your mouse over the circle, and you can define the instances at a certain angle. So this is how you can rotate the single element about the periphery of another element, and you can define the element by giving the dimensions as well as the various other parameters, and you can define these circles by coinciding their center to the previous bigger element. So this is your rotate command, which is similar to the circular pattern in SolidWorks. Then we have next command as scale. Now just draw a rectangle here, give certain dimension to the rectangle by constraining the rectangle. Now it is fully justified green in color. Now if you want to scale this rectangle 2 times or 3 times, just click on the scale command. Duplicate mode is on, and you want to select this element, and then first you have to select this element, then click on the scale command, and if you want to fine, it's not working right now. Scale conversation elements. Yes, you have to give the point about which we have to scale them. So it's like this, you want to 2 times or 3 times or 4 times or 6 times. So just click here, and the duplicate mode will retain the initial rectangle as well as the original rectangle, which is that much how much time it is scaled. Now moving on to the another command which we call offset command. Now first select the elements by clicking on it and click the offset command. Now you can define the offset distance later on, and this is the distance which you want, and you can define the distance between these two values, these two lines also. It can be double click and change them to a certain value. Now this is our offset. Offset is used to repeat the entities over a certain distance value. You can define number of entities at a certain value. Like we can again select the offset command and define this line also here. So this is how your offset command works. So this is the mirror toolbar in which we learn about various commands in it. So that's all for today's lecture.